Hi everyone, it's Benny the Finance Doc. Today, in addition to reviewing my trade, I'm also going to be talking about the Greeks and how they can help determine the contract price. Let's start with the basics. The Greeks are a set of financial metrics that measure the sensitivity of an options price to changes in various factors, such as the price of the underlying asset, the time to expiration, and the volatility of the underlying asset. These might sound familiar because yesterday's video we talked about how these things can affect the option price. The Greeks are a bit of a more mathematical approach to those same metrics that we talked about. The two most popular are delta and gamma. Delta measures the sensitivity of an options price to changes in the price of the underlying asset. For example, if a call option has a delta of 0.5, then for every $1 that the price of the underlying asset increases, the price of the call option will increase by 0.5 or 50 cents. Gamma measures the sensitivity of delta to changes in the price of the underlying asset. For example, if a call option has a gamma of 0.1, then for every $1 that the price of the underlying asset increases, delta will increase by 10 cents. There's also theta, vega, and rho, and which we'll cover in a later video. The Greeks are a valuable tool for options trader, but it is important to remember that they are not perfect. The Greeks can only measure the sensitivity of an options price to changes in the underlying factor. They cannot predict how the price of an option will actually change. As a result, it is important to use the Greeks in conjunction with other factors, such as fundamental analysis and technical analysis, when making trading decisions. The Greeks are appealing because they feel a bit more mathematical for people that are very logically brained and want to combine that with technical analysis. It is very useful when making trading decisions, but again, should not be the end-all be-all. Now let's review the charts to go over today's trade. This first chart is the daily candles for the last year. So we can see Apple had a bit of an even day yesterday in terms of buyers and sellers. We call this a doji candle. Usually in these instances, we can expect the trend to continue since it's a bit of a 50-50 here on this candle. Moving to the 4-hour and 1-hour charts, we can see that during pre-market, that hypothesis was validated as Apple continued lower, but seemed to find support at $173.50. Today, we had PMI as a report that was coming out that many would react to, and it was time to drop at 6:45 this morning. So when market opened, though it continued lower, we waited for the 6:45 news to drop in the event that the news would cause the market to shift in one way or another. Subsequently, with that news that we were waiting for, Apple came out and reported a deal that they had recently struck with Broadcom for 5G capabilities and chip manufacturing. This also caused Apple to move in a bullish direction. Seeing this, I entered puts with a strike price of $172.50 at 6:45 after both pieces of news had been released for $122 per contract. I had a stop loss set $10 underneath because I wasn't sure how the market was going to react to these two pieces of news just yet. I stopped out 15 minutes later at 7 o'clock at $112 per contract, suffering a $10 loss. But overall, I was happy with this trade because I was able to control my losses and exit when the move moved against me for a minimal loss. I could have cut the trade earlier and turned a profit, though I wanted to let this one work out as I was confident that the direction of the move would continue downwards. In the end, I was correct as the market did, especially Apple, close lower today, and ultimately the analysis I had done before was correct. But as you can see, I mismanaged the trade and ended up taking a small loss rather than having a profitable day. I hope this helps. By reflecting on your own trades, you can learn from your own mistakes and improve your trading skills. Tomorrow, we'll be back with another video to talk about the other Greeks and build upon today's lessons. Please like and subscribe for more content. Woof, woof.